Alright guys, this is SHIFTY996, and actually this specific commentary has taken about 7 times to upload because technical difficulties last night, which was when it was actually supposed to be uploaded. It was supposed to be done yesterday. The sound got all messed up the first time, and well, not the first time, the second through 6th time, I guess you would say. And it got messed up, like either you wouldn't hear it or it would be really scratchy. So I finally got that to work, and well, also the first time when this was actually supposed to be a dual commentary with RockD193, the audio didn't record at all either then. So I'm using a different recording thing right now, and so far I've tested the audio and it's working. So right off of that, I want to talk about my new sponsor. My new sponsor is the Fox Cinema. I'm very proud of it, and I'm very excited to be a part of them. They pretty much sponsor or do videos of anything, pretty much like gameplays, commentaries, anything to do pretty much with some type of gaming or GFX, or for you guys who don't know what GFX is, graphics design things and all that kind of stuff. So I recently am now sponsored by them, and their whole goal of the channel is to get people with low views, or not that low, like just to boost you. It's pretty much like to help boost your channel and help you get heard, which is pretty much the main goal of most YouTubers nowadays, is to get the huge amount of views and stuff. I know a few weeks ago, or a week ago actually, Syndicate reached 100,000 subscribers, so that's a pretty nice goal to get, and that's pretty much where I'm hoping to head to, but slowly but surely. Also, another thing I want to put on that is I don't do this kind of thing for money. I mean, I am looking for the views and the subscribers and all that. That's great, but the main purpose I do this is for just the pure entertainment. That I love to do this. I love editing montages and stuff like that, and I love doing commentaries and playing the game and enjoying it. That's really what you got to do. If you enjoy what you're doing, you're gonna be successful on YouTube with what you're doing. So that's what I want to talk about today about my new sponsor, and now over to, I want to ask you guys a few questions. Actually, you guys have probably heard the questions if you watch my other commentary. The questions are about Modern Warfare 3, what you want from it. I'm going to keep asking. I want to hear feedback, and hopefully if this video gets put on Fox Cinema, which if you're watching it on there right now, then yeah, it is, that I hope I get some more feedback than normal. I might get a few messages in my inbox or something, but I'm never really getting a huge amount of comments, like saying, like, I'm getting the views on it, but I'm not getting comments and stuff. I'm not getting feedback. But right now, I'm gonna basically break down what me and Rock D decided what we want to see in Modern Warfare 3. And the first category I'm going to start off with is the weapons. In the weapons category, we really want to see the noob tubes gone, or grenade launchers. For you who don't know, here a Call of Duty slang or whatever you want to call it. We really want to get rid of them because they just are really annoying, and a lot of times I'll be on a high kill streak and then I'll run out of ammo or something, so I'll pull out my secondary, which I normally use a SPAS or something, or some type of shotgun, and then around the corner I go and I get noob tubed, and then I get all pissed off and I start getting mad and stuff, and then I just get noob tubed the rest of the game, and it really just like disappoints you when you think you're doing so good, and then those little kids with their noob tubes have to, ruin it. And so that's one thing we'd like to see eliminated from the game completely. Yeah, a lot of people might agree with that. Another thing we agreed on was only bolt action sniper rifles. And if you really want a semi-automatic sniper rifle, make a semi-automatic assault rifle and make like one of the last attachments you gain a normal like scope that you'd get with a sniper rifle, because it's kind of like gay when you're running around and like, or even doing sniper lobbies. I know so many people do those. They host them all the time. I get messages about it all the time on Xbox and stuff. People saying, "Let's come join my sniper lobby," and then you have the one kid who pulls out the 50 cal or something like that, and like it gets really annoying because then they like, some people, when they don't have it unlocked but they're good snipers with like bolt actions, they'll use it regularly, like normal, like, and fairly. But you'll get some people who just come in there and spray with the gun, and it's no fun. They're like, yeah, I no scoped you, and it's just like no fun at all because they just sprayed you with it and you had no chance at all. So like, make it so it's really hard for someone to unlock a scope for that. That way, they're kind of forced to use bolt actions, and I think it's better off that more people learn how to use bolt action sniper rifles if they're going to use a sniper. My opinion, and Rockthe's opinion. If you don't like it, don't like. It's not like it's going to be the exact change, but just some ideas we want to put out there. Next thing I want to talk about is perks, and a lot of people would say this is a dumb comment. I actually commented this on a different video, and one person said, well, I said, well, a perk that makes you run faster, and someone said, well, isn't there one called Marathon, or isn't it Lightweight from Black Ops? And I said, well, yeah, kind of, but Marathon really just makes you run for longer distances, not really your speed. It just allows you to run for a longer time, and Lightweight really just like allows you to, I guess you would say, jump, as most people would probably don't jump, but it makes you lighter, like, and hence the name Lightweight, so you can jump over obstacles faster or something. It makes you a little tiny bit faster, but not that much. I'm talking about a perk like Stamina Up from Ascension Zombies, and that's what I'm really looking forward to having in the game. It would really help, like, if they had it, like, especially if it was for a sniper rifle, and you get a really heavy sniper rifle, you'd run around like you're using a pistol and stuff, and you'd have a sniper rifle. So that's the only change I really think about in the perks. We didn't really think of anything else we want to change or add on to for that. The next category is kill streaks, and that also works in with, because of what we're talking about for kill streaks, the playlists. Black Ops introduced a whole new playlist where it was a lot of COD 4 based gameplays and stuff, game modes, I guess you would say, and they were pretty fun, except a lot of them would make it so you couldn't use perks or attachments or stuff like that. And I was thinking that instead of doing that, and it was only a certain amount of game modes too, it wasn't like the whole list of game modes from COD 4, it was like 2 or 3 of them or 4, and I was thinking maybe make a whole playlist of just exactly every single one of the game modes from COD 4, and then have this is how it ties in with the kill streaks, your 3, 5, 7 kill streaks. So you play it normal like any other game. If you're doing if you're playing Black Ops, how they call it, the core playlist, if it would be any gameplay like that, the only difference would be that your kill streaks would be 3, 5, and 7, and that's something I would like to see, or at least more of them. Not a whole thing, but at least more. I'd really like to see a whole thing of them, because I love playing all the different game modes, and I like having those 3, 5, 7 kill streaks. Not to say that the customizable ones aren't fun either, but I just really enjoy the 3, 5, 7. And that pretty much wraps it up for Modern Warfare 3. I also have another thing to talk to you about the Modern Warfare games, Call of Duty, Black Ops, and that stuff. We kind of came up, me, my friends, and Rockd came up with a trend, I guess you would say, of how people play the games. And we came up with this story of like how the first when COD 4 came out, and it was an amazing game, and still is. Everyone played that, and then World at War came out, and Treyarch, they kind of didn't have, it wasn't as good. A lot of people didn't go back to play it, and Zombies was really the only attention grabber from that game. And So a lot of people got bored real fast, and they went back to COD 4. And then Modern Warfare 2 came out, and everyone was getting all excited about that. And that's still a good game too. And everyone started playing that, but then they got bored from that, and they went back to COD 4 again. And I know recently Black Ops came out, and I know within a week most of the stuff I was bored of, and I actually went back to playing Modern Warfare 2 again. And a lot of people have. If you check like how many people are playing, they're close. I think the last time I checked, they were close to about 1 million people online again. And Black Ops has dropped down to like 400,000 or something like that. I may not be correct. That's just since the last time I checked. And so I just really think the trend is, or what do you think? I think the trend is everyone's gonna get bored right away and go back to the last game that most people have been playing for the longest time. And everyone's going to say they hate the game, and then they're going to go to the new one, but then they're going to hate the new one and go back. They eventually go back to that same game again, and that's really the one that they play until another release. So comment on what you think the trend is for the games, or what happened each time a new Call of Duty came out for you. Like what you did when each one came out and when you got bored with the game. Rocky wanted me to talk about too his new style of commentating. A lot of you might say I might be boring too. I'm not gonna say I'm not. I can be sometimes, but I'm just saying that his were a lot more boring, because you would have things like he'd be talking and you'd be like, oh, I came around the corner and I got flashbanged and died, and then I picked up this weapon and killed him again. And like that whole, like, depending on how long your gameplays are and your commentaries, that is just terrible. It's just so long and boring, and you sit there and you start to I don't think I've even watched, I mean I have, but I haven't watched any of his commentaries, most of them all the way through, because I just start to get bored and I go off and watch other things. I love watching montages, by the way, so that might also be another reason why. But I just was talking to him about it. I was kind of like constructive criticism, and he was saying, yeah, sure, I'll try it out. And so we're setting up his capture card. He'll be starting to do some more gameplays to commentate on, and we're gonna try out our first one. This one didn't work out. He's not with me right now, but we're gonna try out a dual commentary for the first time to get him used to the style of commentating that I'm asking him to try out. And that's about it. I said a lot in the last few things. Okay, the next thing is disappointment, actually. Sorry to end this video on a bad note, but it's with the new gaming channel called Kids Gaming Central, run by Lonely Mailbox. And actually, I'm pretty disappointed in Lonely Mailbox. At first, I thought this channel was a great idea. Like, I still agree on the objective of or whatever you want to call it, of the channel. I just don't agree with having him as the owner of the channel, or leader, whatever you want to call him. I really don't think he's mature enough for it, and I said some things that weren't that much more mature, but still, I just don't think he's ready for it. He said he was on vacation, and I started sending in some messages, and I knew he was on a computer or something that he could watch a video on, and because he was tweeting and stuff, and he was messaging people on Twitter, or mentioning people, whatever you want to call it, and he was favoriting and liking videos on YouTube. And so I kept sending him in because I would get no responses at all, and I knew he was doing something on like a computer or something, because he would be editing, or not editing, but like doing all the stuff I said before. So I sent a few messages and stuff, and he got all pissed off and saying so he finally watched my video and said how it was copyright. And copyright is really only copyright when you use the thing you bought and use it to get profit. If you don't get profit off of it, then it's not copyright at all. You can use it freely as you want. And sorry to end it on that note, guys. This video is coming to a wrap. And this is Shifty996, and peace out.